and I know you get it too, because of your demeanor, how you carry yourself. Kids will they act up to you. You know what I'm saying? So like it's oh yeah, what's up, Mr. Krim? Or like, but then I just saw you down the hall talking like you ain't had no sense, but now all of a sudden it's you know what I'm saying? so they know how to do it, but the thing is, I was having this conversation with one of my former students that got arrested again recently, and he's been in and out of jail since he graduated. And I tell him, like, dude, you have to get out the neighborhood. You just have to. I'm not saying you got to go to China or go halfway across the world, but the thing that impacted me the most was going to Champaign-Urbana, and I was only 2 hours away. Just not being in that same environment, man.
Yes,
and then when you go back, like, even if I went from Joliet now teaching it here and I went back to Chicago and taught, I would have a completely different perspective because of what I learned and being able to, I don't want to say escape, but like just have a different vantage point and see stuff don't have to be like that. Our kids think that's it. They ain't been off the block.
Well, I didn't leave Joliet and my life changed. Of course, it was God.
Yeah.
But on a practical level, I wasn't busy, but I had a life. I have responsibilities now. Yeah. And once I transitioned to one job, and then I decided to go ahead and do the realty thing. Yeah. And the realty thing was a prelude to going back to school. Yeah. So once all them dominoes fell, I didn't have time for that anymore.
Now sometimes that could even be just flipping your perspective. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could be in the same environment sometimes. Like, let's say if I took him and I say, I want you to start going to church with me now, or I want you to start going to this mentoring group, or you know, come to work with me every day. You're gonna be in Joliet, but then you're gonna see the professional side of it or spiritual side. Unlike these dudes that you kicking it with, that's all about, you know what I'm saying, let's do this video, let's hit this block up, let's go to the club, let's sell this product, and let's get these guns, and that's it sometimes.
Man, yeah.
But you said you so you stayed here. So what led you to flip your perspective then? Like
when I knew that, when I discovered that my life was affecting other people. My godson is at Joliet Central. The boy is tall. I just took him home from practice yesterday, and I asked him, "Man, you still growing?" And I knew him before he was born, but he was my guardian angel. Yeah. God sent him to ask me a question about my life. Basically, I was drinking some alcohol in front of him, and he asked me what was in the Bible. And I said, "Wow, this person is watching me." Yeah. So from that day on, even though I didn't fully make the transition, but I knew in my heart, you can't do this for too much longer.
Yeah, they watching.
Yeah, it's over, dude. That was the death sentence. When he gave me that statement, that was, it's over with. You getting ready to start putting the nails in the coffin, because that old person got to go. Yeah. Because if that person remains, then it's going to impact this young man.